What's up, guys? DoorDASH here, and I'm coming to you today with a video. I just wanted to take a short time to talk with you here and give you some thoughts as we're going into 2023. On about whether or not gig work, DoorDASH work, whatever you want to call it, whether or not DoorDASH, gig work in general, whether or not it can be a job for somebody or whether or not it can be a way to make a living. Let's call it that. Make a living, run a business, etc. And who should consider it or who shouldn't consider it. So the first thing is, could you do gig work for a living and make a living? And the answer is absolutely yes. Anyone that tells you you can't isn't being honest. Maybe has their own agenda. Yes, you can do it. However, the question is, should you do it, and is it right for you? And that is a question you have to answer, and you have to understand that there is a certain type of individual that it's made for and a certain type of individual that it's not. So if you're someone who enjoys having someone make decisions for you, if you like being dependent on others, if you want someone to tell you when to work, what to do, handle your taxes, handle your benefits, and you just want to say, hey, you know what, I show up, I get direction from my manager, I go to work, and there it is. Maybe, if that's you, if that's something that you're like, you know what, I don't want the responsibility of doing everything else, then gig work's not for you. I mean, maybe you could do it as a side hustle, but even then, you're going to probably run into some problems because you're going to have to do all those things and for a very small little return, and then you're going to begin asking yourself, well, my God, I got to keep track of all these things. I got to keep track of all these records. At the end of the year, you might be messing up on your taxes and a little bit that you earn. It's probably not going to be worth it. That is not you, but the thing you've got to understand is a majority of people will fall into that category. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a knock on anybody. That's just, that is the type of situation. If they're used to, they don't have the capacity, the time, the ability to handle frustrations of being involved with all those things. They would just rather show up, put in their 8 to 10 hours, every Friday, every other Friday, money magically appears in their bank account. It's all allocated for them, and essentially it says this is what you can spend, and the only responsibility they have is to make sure that they can pay the necessities of life, and once they do that, the rest is fun money, right? Now, if you're someone who says, you know what, I don't mind the challenge of handling all that myself. I don't mind the challenge of finding money myself. I don't want to have somebody tell me what I got to do every day. I don't want to have somebody have that much control over my life. And I want the freedom to be able to just say, you know what, I'm doing it myself. And I'm going to take care of everything myself. My taxes, my health insurance, all, right? And what we would call that person, that's a person who's an entrepreneur, right? Someone who has a belief in themselves and their own abilities to create something. And whether that's creating money through gig apps or something else, if you're an entrepreneur, it's perfect for you. It's a great way to be able to have the ability to generate revenue anytime you can. And once you understand what it means to be an entrepreneur, once you understand what you need to do when you're someone earning money outside of the normal place, which is do another business. And if you know how to do your own accounting, you know how to do your own books, you know how to do all of it, it's not a big deal. If you've gone out, researched the software that's going to fit your situation, and you have the software to collect what you need to collect and get what you need to do and pay your taxes and understand quarterly taxes and all that stuff, you're good. Gig work is going to be great for you. The issue we have right now is that the apps themselves don't do a good job of helping someone understand whether it's for them. They just tell them it's for everybody who has a cell phone. Sign up, start doing it, that's it. And that is a problem. That is not true. That's led to what we see right now, where we have a lot of saturation. We have a lot of people out here doing this. We're going to have a lot of people doing it because supposedly we're going to be heading towards the big R. I'm not going to say it on YouTube, but we're going to be heading towards the big R, right? And supposedly. And the idea is that people, if they lose their job, are going to flock to gig work, and they probably will. It's being marketed on our television, on our football, on sports, on, you know, all the mediums, YouTube, wherever you're at, you're going to see the ads. You're going to see the stuff going on. You've got people that are customers. You've got people that are becoming acclimated to Grubhub because they're an Amazon customer. And they're going to be looking deeper into this, especially if they end up losing a job. But the thing is, if you're someone who's coming out, hopefully you're finding a video like this. Hopefully there's other people that can speak honestly to you and tell you that no, it is not a solution necessarily for you. If you are not someone who can handle the stresses, handle the uncertainties of doing it yourself. And that's the biggest challenge you will have, is the uncertainty. And for some, they thrive on it. It motivates them. It doesn't bother them. It allows them. And for others, it causes paralysis. It causes you to not be able to go forward. It causes you to be riddled with worry. And it causes you to then make desperate decisions when you're thinking you're in a desperate situation that you're not. And it takes away from your ability to analyze and your ability to really know. So my suggestion is you really need to look at it from those two perspectives. If you are not someone who's ever had an interest in going out and being on your own and having all the responsibility fall on your shoulders, then don't think that suddenly you're going to turn on the gig apps and you're going to start doing this stuff, and then you're going to suddenly have the capacity to do what you need to do to be successful. It is not for everyone. In fact, I would say it's for a small percentage of people out there who have the mental capacity, the ability to handle the biggest thing, and that's uncertainty, because you don't know. The biggest thing that you have to understand is when you come out, you don't know. You may be, when you show up at work, you have a guaranteed income. You're guaranteed to show up at work during the time you're scheduled and to walk away with money. I might want to work today. I might have every plan to work today. I'm ready to earn money. But if people aren't ordering, if the apps I just decide to turn on don't have the business volume, and I don't receive the orders, the ability to look at the orders and see, or the orders I receive are not ones that I think meet my value standards and are not worth the time for me to go out and work them, then I may have zero work for today. And that's going to have an effect mentally, one way or another. And if you're not able to deal with that, and not able to see through that, and not able to have the confidence that, it might not have worked out here, but that you can develop, and you're going to develop, and you're going to work on developing the strengths that will see you through that and get you to a point that you will end up reaching where you need to be at in due time, then it's not going to be for you. And then you're going to end up in a very bad place. So anyways, guys, hopefully this helps. If you're somebody out there, if you have questions, please, my channel is about this. This is why I wanted to bring people along, to show you what it looks like, to give you perspective, and to help people who are considering this line of work, considering making this investment, to see what is going on out here in my market, to see it from one driver's perspective, and be able to use that to challenge your thinking. I'm not telling you it's going to be the same experience you see from me. I'm just saying, I'm wanting to challenge your thinking, challenge your mind, and get you thinking. Hit that subscribe button, guys, if you enjoyed today's video. Share this with at least one person that you think could gain value. And I'll talk to you soon. Stay safe, stay profitable, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.